Good, y'all? What's the numbers TV? It's your boy Paul Rowe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like a video if you appreciate the content that Paul Rowe and What's the Numbers I am providing. Today we back with another profile piece. This one is on Chino Antrax. Real name Jose Rodrigo Archega Gamboa. In this video we're going to take a look at his early life growing up in Sinaloa, Mexico, back when he had dreams of becoming a military pirate or architect. Next we will look at his Instagram fame and rise to power in one of the world's most powerful drug cartels. And lastly, we will look into the case that will put him behind bars and the reason he fled the United States while on federal release and returned to Mexico where he was killed along with his sister and brother-in-law. Chino Antrax was born and grew up with a close-knit and respected family in Culiacan, a city in Sinaloa, Mexico. Sinaloa is known to be home or the birthplace of some of the biggest drug lords in the world, like El Chapo, Rafael Caro Quintero, and El Mayo, just to name a few. Growing up, he lived next door to the sons of El Mayo and would become good friends with them throughout the years. Once old enough, Chino would attempt to join the Mexican military, but couldn't pass the physical exam because of a skin condition he had. Disappointed, he would then shift his focus to school, where he began studying to obtain an architecture degree, but after 3 years would have to drop out to support his new wife and daughter. In need of money, Chino would turn to his childhood friends from Culiacan, who had a solution. They would plug Chino into their father's faction of the Sinaloa Cartel, where he would start off handling small errands for the cartel. His responsibilities grew over the years as he became the personal bodyguard to one of El Mayo's sons and other members of his family. That role will eventually lead Chino to start in Los Antrax in 2008, which will work with El Mayo directly as a security in his squad after the Sinaloa Cartel and the Beltran-Levea Cartel split and engaged in a bloody war against one another. In 2009, after one of El Mayo's sons, Vicente, would be arrested, Chino will be chosen to step in as the replacement. Now in control of Vicente's operation, Chino's rank within the cartel will rise to the point he will be chosen by El Mayo to oversee Culiacan, which will become the base of operations for Los Antrax. Once in power, Chino showed a willingness to murder, as Los Antrax would be involved in some of the bloodiest battles in Mexico's history. He will also come up with a plan to get drugs over the border, using legitimate trucking companies which will bring in millions of dollars and make him a big-time player within the cartel. His presence and popularity rose during this time, and Chino will be mentioned in some narco corridors, which are Mexican folk songs glorifying the drug trade. But over the next few years, Los Antrax would lose most of its leadership to death or prison after many fierce gun battles with rival cartels and the Mexican army. In 2012, with things in disarray, El Mayo will remove Chino from the day-to-day activities of Los Antrax while he sorted things out. Chino will return to Los Cabos where he had lived for years. During this time, Chino will also find out about an upcoming drug indictment on him out of San Diego after being caught on a wiretap with dealers from the area. Now facing more heat from the U.S. authorities, Chino, although some are not sure it was him, would start to pop up on social media showing off his wealth in some amazing pictures. Yachts, gold-plated guns, foreign cars, and even a night in Vegas with Paris Hilton will all be shown on pages reportedly linked to Chino Antrax. His calling card will be a diamond skull ring that all Antrax leaders had. He will make the ring slightly visible in some of the pics. The U.S. authorities were hot on his heels, studying the pics to see if they were real and to also try to figure out where Chino was hiding or traveling to next. Their hard work would pay off after Chino was arrested on December 30th, 2013 at the Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam, Netherlands at the request of the United States. Chino was taken into custody at the airport traveling under a fraudulent name as he was getting off his flight from Mexico City to Amsterdam. The indictment against Chino out of San Diego was instilled a few days later on January 3rd, 2014. Months of court proceedings followed, and on July 10, 2014, Chino was extradited from Amsterdam to the United States to face the charges against him. Once again, months of court proceedings would follow, and on March 20, 2015, Chino would plead guilty and admit that he had participated in cocaine and marijuana shipments from Mexico to the United States, and that he had facilitated violent activities for the Sinaloa cartel. Now here's where things get a little complicated. Chino wouldn't be sentenced till December 2019, when he was given 87 months in prison and 5 years supervised release. Already having been in U.S. custody for years, he was released to house arrest on March 3rd, 2020. The short sentence and early release raised some questions of the Chino snitch and ended cooperating with the U.S. government for a lighter sentence. Although Chino never took the stand on anybody, many people within the cartel felt he cooperated in some way. On May 9, 2020, Chino's probation officer would report him as missing. Chino and all his belongings were gone from his residence. Only thing left behind was his cell phone. Now in the run from U.S. authorities, everybody involved figured that Chino would be returning to Sinaloa and the cartel. But some thought it was a bad idea, as they looked at Chino as a dead man walking once he returned to Mexico, because of the snitch allegations on his name. On the night of May 15th, Chino was kidnapped in Sinaloa, Mexico by unknown armed men along with his sister and brother-in-law after a gun battle. The next day, police discovered a black SUV with what appeared to be 3 dead bodies inside. One of the bodies was later identified as Chino. He was shot dead and wrapped in a cloth. His head was covered with a black plastic bag. The other 2 bodies belonged to his sister and brother-in-law. It was later reported that his murder was likely carried out by the senior leaders of the Sinaloa cartel. In the days after, there were no retaliatory attacks in Sinaloa for Chino, further cementing that it was his own cartel that had him killed. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. This was a quick profile piece on Chino Antrax. I ain't seen too many people do a story on him. I felt like doing one because, he was in Mexico doing what he do. Was a hitman, was a plug out there. But he also was stepping foot in the United States as far as coming to fights, partying all across the world, traveling, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like doing a video on him because it's something that I ain't see too many do, but his story was kind of big, you know what I'm saying? He was on Instagram, just like a lot of dudes in the United States that get money. They go on Instagram to show their wealth. He was doing the same thing and it helped him get caught also. So I feel like doing this story on Chino. Hopefully y'all appreciate this one. I know y'all love the Brooklyn drill, the scamming stories, the rapper stories. I'm coming back to those, but I just, I like to switch it up here and there. I got a bunch of stories ready to come out. I got certain people reaching out to me for stories, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what we do with all that. But like I said, it's What's the Numbers TV. Make sure you subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Go check out the Instagram, follow up over there. We'll be back before you know. I appreciate all y'all, man. Keep supporting, and I swear I got more stuff coming for y'all. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. It's your boy Poro. We out of here. Peace.